Well, this wasn't in the plan. 5 weeks ago, I had a bad fall in Ben Nevis and I broke my neck and my wrist too. If you're new to the channel, I'm Colin. I'm a trail runner living in the Highlands of Scotland. The worst part is this year was going so well. I did my first ultramarathon in Lofoten, Norway. I fast-packed the peaks of the Balkans, which is an amazing 95-mile trail in Kosovo, Albania and Montenegro. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see that video, it's coming soon. And at home here in the Highlands, I took on some objectives like the Glencoe Swift Half. But in early September, things came to a crashing halt. Let me tell you what happened. So I've made it down to Skyline, Scotland, but it's safe to say it's not the experience I was expecting. But I just wanted to tell the story a little bit about what had happened during training. So I was actually in peak week of training for this race, for the Steel Marathon. And I was on Ben Nevis. I was doing a long hill interval. So I was going from the foot of the tourist path up to the halfway lock-in in a continuous rep. And I got up there in about 35 minutes, which I was quite happy with, and I was feeling really strong. One of my best training sessions I've had in a long time, actually. At the top of the hill, I even told myself, look, take it easy here. You don't need to push it hard. So I'm going to head back down now, keep it fairly steady. I'm not going to push on the way down. It's a lot of rocks, a lot of stair steps, and it'd be too easy to turn an ankle. So nice and steady on the way down. But something happened, I stumbled and I fell into this embankment at the side of the trail and I stuck out my hand to stop myself and unfortunately broke my wrist. And I knew immediately something had broken, whether it was my wrist or my forearm. I also impacted the top of my head when I fell. It's pretty loud down here, so I'm trying to just find a quiet spot. But I was able to walk myself off the trail. I got down to the foot of the path, so I had an ambulance ride. Got an x-ray on my wrist, that was confirmed broken. Got a cast on and then just went home, but I was still having some back pain after a few days later. I ended up going back to A&E a couple of days later. They did a CT scan on my back and found that I had a fracture in one of my cervical vertebrae. I've had to go for an MRI scan to see what the extent of the damage is. I'm actually still waiting for the report from that. Okay, so it's been 5 weeks since the accident, and as you can see, I'm still wearing the neck collar. My MRI scan showed that I've got a fractured C7 vertebra, but luckily no other ligament damage or muscle damage. I'm fortunate that I don't need an operation, but the doctors are still being quite cautious because where the fracture is bears a lot of weight and force. I might have to wear this collar for as much as 12 weeks, which has been quite hard to hear, and obviously I can't run while I'm in this. The impact of these injuries has been pretty severe. It's been quite a dark time, to be honest. Not only can't I run, but even just doing simple tasks around the house has been really difficult. But it's not all doom and gloom because today I'm going to get my cast off, so I've come down to the hospital to get that done.
There we are.
So the cast's off and now I've got this splint. I don't have to wear this all the time, but it just helps keep me safe, especially when I'm out and about like this. And I'll start physio soon for my wrist. So since the accident, I've just been trying to focus on what I can do. I've been going to the gym and doing incline treadmill, doing a bit of power hiking. It's actually a surprisingly good workout. That's Ben Nevis behind me over there in the mist. I can't get away from it. I'm hoping I can introduce some strength training soon because I've lost a lot of muscle. And I'm really keen to get back to running as soon as possible because I've got some really big goals coming up. My original goal for this autumn was the Manaslu Trail Race, which is an amazing stage race that goes around the Manaslu circuit in Nepal, but unfortunately I've had to defer my entry to next year. So instead I'm shifting my focus to another ambitious project, which is going to be the Manchester Marathon in April 2026. It's October right now and my plan is to be ready to start an 18-week training block in December. I'll be documenting the whole thing on the channel, so if you want to follow along, remember to subscribe. Thanks for watching and stay safe out there.